Right, okay, I'm telling the story this morning, so are you all, as it used to say when I was a little girl, are you sitting comfortably? Are you all being quiet? Okay, I'm telling the adults because I know the kids can keep quiet, can't you? Yeah? Right, today's story. Now, Jesus liked to tell stories, so I'm in good company and I like to tell stories. So today's story is all about Howard, okay? Now, Howard wants to get across the church from here over to there, okay? But Howard doesn't want to go from over here to there, do you? You want to go up there, across the back and down. Is that okay? You sure you want to go up the back? The answer's no. God, never work with husbands. They never do as them flipping told. Right, okay. His wife has told him that it would be really good if he wants to get to that side of the church to go up that way, across the back and down. But it's a long way, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, and he doesn't want to do what his wife said, do you? Okay. So if you go up the back, across there and down, it's the long way round, but it's the safest way to get across the church. Now, this is the quickest way, but it's not very safe because, unbeknownst to Howard, he doesn't realise there are 3 robbers here. We have Biff. He is a lean, mean, fighting machine. Right? Show us your muscles. Give us your angry look. Come on. He's a lean, mean... Whoa, you don't want to mess with him. He's a lean, mean, fighting machine. I can vouch for that. He's got muscles. Okay, this Biff. He's Bash. He's got a punch like an iron fist. Okay? Show us your best punch. That's a girly punch. Can we have a bit, come on, scary. Okay. All right, okay. So we've got Biff, the lean, mean fighting machine. We've got Bash with his iron fist. And we've got Bosh. Now she can kick. Cool. Go on, show us. Whoa! That was so fast she could kick you in the head before you even realised she'd lifted her leg. Wow. And they were the kings of the front of the church. No one was getting past them. But Howard didn't realise. And he didn't do what his wife said. And his wife said, go up that way, across the back and down. The long way round is the safe way round. But he didn't. He decided to walk across. And as he walked across, Biff, Bash and Bosh saw him and grabbed hold of him. They hit him. They kicked him. They bashed him. Come on, James, give him a kick. Whoa! Give him a bash. Oh, give him a bosh. Okay, they took his bag. Go on, let's have a look what's in his bag. Cool, treasure. You can open it up. There was a wallet. Go on, have it. Yeah, there was a wallet. Don't worry, his wife has all his money anyway. She only gives him 10p pocket money. And there was an iPad. And there's a phone in there as well. In fact, they just took the whole bag with them. And they ran off with them. Off you go. Go on, take them. And they left him. Groaning in agony. Groaning in agony. Never do a sketch you haven't rehearsed. But then along came some more people who were going across the church. Now, Mark wanted to get across the church. Now, he's the leader of the church. Now, the leader of the church is a very important person. He's one of our leaders, okay? And he's very kind and helpful. So as he walks across the church, I'm sure he's going to help Howard, who is screaming in agony. So I'm sure he's going to really help Howard, screaming in agony. Oh, no. dear. Howard hasn't been helped. He's still screaming in agony. Oh, right. Mark, leader of the church. You'd have thought he'd have helped, wouldn't you? Gone down in my estimation. The next person who came along was a nurse. Now, nurses help you, don't they? Nurses are kind, so she's bound to mop his brow, and she's a best friend, so come on. She's a best friend, she's a nurse, she's going to help. She sticks her nose in the air. Is she smelling for the robbers? I'm sure she's going to help. It'll be okay, Howard will be fine. The nurse is going to help him. She don't even look at him. Oh, dear Lorraine. She hasn't helped him either. So Mark, leader of the church, wouldn't help him. Nurse, your nana, wouldn't help him. Go on. Oh, another person comes along. And this time it's Becky. Now, Becky's the leader of the Sunday school. So she's kind, she's helpful, she's got a couple of kids, she's used to doing multitasking and doing everything. Surely she will come and she will help him. So she goes across the church and she takes one look at him. She's a bit worried in case the other robbers are around, so she quickly rushes on past him because she doesn't want Biff, Baff or Bosh to hurt her. Oh dear. Poor Howard. No one will help him. Is he going to be left to die? We'll find out after Anne's song. Okay, our story so far. Right. Yeah, it's a Wolves man. Okay, you're not playing football now. So, our story was, Howard wanted to get from one side of the church to the other, but the first person who walked across to help him... Oh, hang on now, first of all, we had Bish, Bash, Bosh, Bosh, Lean, Mean, Fighting Machine. Do you want to come and give us another? Still got the wallet. You didn't put any money in it, did you? and we had Bash with the iron fist. Yeah. And Bosh with a kick. Wow. Who, when he was walking across, stole all of his things and left him for dead. Who was the first person that came across the church and wouldn't help him? Mark, the leader of the church, wouldn't help him. Lorraine, a nurse, wouldn't help him. Becky. Stop milking it. Becky, leader of the Sunday school. She wouldn't. I'm going to kick him in a minute. Is there anyone else who wants to walk across the front of the church? I spy someone is coming. It's Dave. Hang on. Dave is an Albion supporter. Howard is a Wolves supporter. The two do not like each other. When Wolves are doing well, they're sarcastic to Albion. When Albion occasionally are doing well, they're sarcastic to the Wolves supporters. Never. So they don't talk to each other, they don't like each other, they won't have anything to do with each other, they're wearing totally the wrong shirts. Albion. So I'm sorry, that's it. Howard is going to be left for dead. So Dave walked across the church. But hang on. Dave stopped. He bends down. He has a look at him. He sees he's a Wolves supporter. What should he do? Should he help? He don't think twice. He helps him up. He takes him to hospital. He sits him down. He cancels his holiday and he goes and visits him every day. Whoa! And he helps him and looks after him, and they become the best of friends. Ah, give him a clap. You just hugged a wolf shirt. Ah!
Dear. Thanks, Dave. So it just goes to prove, Wolves and Baggies fans can actually get along, ultimately, even though we do take the mick out of each other. Yeah. And the Wolves fans are definitely in the minority in this particular church. But hey-ho, yeah. It is what it is. I titled this message this morning, The Good Samaritan, the Black Country version. Yeah, and Black Country version, obviously, from the football side of things, because there's no other teams in the Black Country other than Wolves and Albion. I don't know about what's the other teams called? Birmingham, Villa. Yeah, they don't exist, of course. Yeah. Yeah. But then again, the Villa are in the Premier League. Yeah. I can't remember where the Baggies are at the moment, but that's another story. Milk it while you can, eh? Yeah, milk it while you can. So basically, the story, Carole, we've acted out this just a few minutes ago, is the story of the Good Samaritan, and just want to have a quick look at that. In the story, our three wonderful robbers actually came and beat me up. Yeah, did you notice that? Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, the pain I felt. Yeah, from the attack that. It was totally unwarranted, yeah. And they beat the guy up, didn't they? And I can see right at this moment in time that James has got down by his leg here. He's got my wallet. Yeah. He's got my wallet. And I have to say, I've no idea, other than credit cards and stuff, what's in that wallet, right? Right? But the guys in the story who robbed the guy, who was walking from Jerusalem down to Jericho in the Bible story that Jesus was telling. Yeah, that was about a 17-mile journey through rocks and everything. This is what the road from Jerusalem down to Jericho looks like today. Yeah, so if it looks like that today, you can imagine the type of thing that it looked like sort of 2,000 odd years ago. So there was plenty of opportunities for a person who was walking on their own, which the guy in the story was, for that person to be attacked. Yeah, and obviously, if it's 17 miles long, there's plenty of time to do that, plenty of opportunity for anybody who is of a mind to go and rob somebody or beat somebody up. Yeah, and the basic premise of somebody who's going to beat somebody up is the fact that what's yours is mine and I'll take it. Yeah, that's what robbers do. They think what I've got is theirs, and they want to take it away with them. And that's what happened in the story, wasn't it? The guy was beaten up and he was left for dead, and they stripped him and took all of his belongings away with them. So it's a bit like little children, isn't it? I say little children of all ages to a certain extent. Yeah, I can remember when my two were sort of, 4, 5, 6 and 7, that type of thing. Yeah, Claire got stuff and asked Stephen wanted it, and you ended up with this sort of thing happening. Mum, I want this, I want that, I want the other. Yeah, because they wanted something that was somebody else's, and they particularly wanted it. Thankfully, we didn't get around to beating each other up between our Claire and Stephen, but it does happen, doesn't it? And that's the type of thing that happened in this particular story. And the guy was left stripped naked, bleeding, wounded, etc., and basically left for dead. Okay. And the story, you saw in the story that 3 people, our church leader, our Sunday school leader, our nurse, actually did what? They totally ignored me, And I was in some pain. You realise that, I was in some pain. I hope I've expressed, not quite the Oscar level standard from an acting perspective, but I definitely was hurt at the time. Okay. And the basic premise here is that the people who were walking by, they were saying, "What I've got is mine, and I'm going to hang on to that. I'm not going to risk, stopping and helping this person because those same robbers may still be about, and they may come and attack me as well." So, what did they do? They passed him up. They passed this poor guy who'd been beaten up and lying naked and wounded on the ground and left for dead. And they just left him there, lying on the roadside. And in the story that Jesus told, these 2 people, priests and Levites, they were the 2 highest officials in the Jewish religion at that particular time. So they were very important people. They knew all about the laws of God and that type of thing. But neither of them decided that it was right thing for them to do to stop and help this guy. Could understand it in some ways because, from the rabbinical law that was around at the time, if that person was actually dead, and they didn't really stop to have a look, but if that person had been dead, then from a law perspective, they should have stopped and buried that person. So it would have given ample time for the robbers to have a go at them again. But they decided to walk on by or pass him up. So we had the priest, and the next one, we had the Levite, and they left the guy for dead at the side of the road. But thankfully, in our story, my good mate Dave, although he's a Baggish fan and I'm a Wolves fan, they decided to help. He decided to help the guy who'd been beaten up at the side of the road. And what I want to point out this morning is that sometimes compassion, can rearrange our priorities. I'll say that again. Compassion can rearrange our priorities. So along came the Samaritan, and in this particular picture, he's got his donkey and he's got all various bits and pieces that he's taken with him. And what did the guy do? He actually got off his donkey, got down beside the guy on the floor, and decided to help him and to show compassion to this guy who'd been beaten up. In our sketch this morning, Dave helped me up off the floor. Took me and sat me down, and as Carole said, helped me through. In the story that Jesus told, the guy actually got down on his hands and knees. He bandaged the guy up. He tended to the guy's wounds, and he took him to an inn that was along the road, and gave the innkeeper enough money to look after the guy for 4 days. And so compassion had completely rearranged the priority of the Good Samaritan, completely rearranged it. And the Samaritan's compassion was, as we saw, translated into action. Basically saying, what's mine is God's, and I'll share that with other people. Both the priest and the Levite, or the church leaders, the Sunday school leaders, and the nurse, all had opportunity to help me, but they decided not to. But the Good Samaritan, or the Albion fan, decided that it was a good thing to do, to help somebody else who was in distress at that particular time. Sometimes God puts different people God puts different people into our paths. God puts different people into our paths. Some people may be lonely. Some people might feel rejected. Some people might be feeling discouraged. Some people worry about the people that they love. Yeah. Some people have horrible circumstances that they're living in from day to day. Some people, see the circumstances in an angry world standing around and, just getting them down day by day. And that's the type of world we live in, it's to a certain extent. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Carole and myself went down to London to, initially to see our son Stephen, and Carole had a dance with Aliash and all that sort of stuff. But on the way back, we gone down on the train. We popped into Euston Station, obviously to catch the train back home. And we were a few minutes, about 10 or 15 minutes early for the train. So we actually stopped in Euston Station, and there was a guy who was singing Christian songs. Yeah, just a young guy with a guitar, singing for everybody in Euston Station there. And while we were waiting and listening to this guy, a young lady came up to me and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Can you spare me some money? Because I need some money to get into the refuge for me to be able to go and sleep tonight." Yeah. Now, for those of you who've been to London or I guess any major city in the UK these days, you'll find people lying down in shop fronts and that type of thing, on park benches and all of that. And what do we do? Yeah. And when this lady tapped me on the shoulder, I have to say, to my shame, I didn't know what to do. Yeah. And this is what I did. I got my wallet in my back pocket of my jeans. I just picked my wallet out, and I know in my wallet, and guys, you'll know about this. A lot of wallets have just got a little section, aren't they, for your coins, right? And literally, I just opened that, pulled my hand out, and I gave her what was in whatever it was that was in my in the coin section of my wallet. Yeah. Now, that's bugged me. Yeah, that's really bugged me since, because I don't know whether that person was put in front, whether God put that person in front of me that day to help her. You know what I mean? And it's like sort of, it keeps ticking away in the back of my head. Should I have done more for that young lady at the time? And I don't know. I think the fact that it's still banging away in the back of my head is probably telling me that I should have done some more for that young lady at that time, and I didn't. And in some ways, it was almost I begrudgingly gave her some whatever I got left in the coin section of my wallet. Yeah, I mean that might have been pennies, pennies. I don't know. Yeah, I just literally grabbed what was in and gave it to her. To her credit, she actually said thank you very much. Yeah, and that was an example of or the story this morning is an example of compassion shown by the Good Samaritan. And the question I want to leave with you this morning is, what will you do? Yeah, if God puts somebody in front of you tomorrow or sometime during this week, what will you do? Will you, beat him up? I hope not. Will you pass him up? Again, I hope not. And finally, will you pick him up or pick her up? And hopefully, from a Christian point of view, hopefully that's what we would do. The songs we sung this morning, have told us about God's love and how that's expressed in different ways. And the Bible tells us in 1 John 3:18, says, "Love not in word or in tongue, but in deed and in truth." In other words, sometimes what we say isn't good enough. We actually have to get on and do something and put our love into action, which is what compassion is ultimately. And hopefully, as a reminder this morning, hopefully we'll be up for doing that at the point we may be running to a Villa fan or a Birmingham fan or whatever the case may be. Yeah, because I know Dave from an Albion fan's perspective is going to help me out. Yeah. So that's it for this morning. Thank you for listening.